What is up? What is up? Let me log in here. So I can see the chat. Cool. Logging in here. Cool. Let me just check the chat here as well to make sure everything is okay. Photo James. And we are live. Cool. All right. Let me close all this. We are live editing right now. Just post this on my Instagram so people can come in if they want. Quality. How do I share a live? Never done this before. Share the live. Share right here. Copy the link real quick, and I'm gonna post on my Instagram. If people want to go, come see me live. Make this bigger. Cool. Now I'm gonna take a picture real quick. Come at it with me live on YouTube. And we're good. Should I do one of these? And link. Live editing. Cool. All right. Let's start editing because it's already almost midnight. All right, let me start editing. Start editing real quick. So this is done. Now we have to do another one. So usually what I do when the photo is done like this, I like to create a virtual copy. Where is it? Virtual copy like this. What's going on, BL? BL Studio? What's going on, man? Do you do any editing? We're editing this picture. I mean, this one is already finished. This is the before. Hey, that's my girl right there, Louisa. This is the before. How I shot it, and this is the finished product. Pretty much all I did in here was edit a little bit of the eyebrows and some of the skin textures and stuff. So usually what I do when I finish a photo like this, I like to create a virtual copy. So this is usually what I give to the client because this is a beauty shoot. So I want to keep the skin tones and everything like that as knit as possible, and I don't want to change that much. So what I do is I create a virtual copy and I try to do my own style to it, right? So I come here, I mess with the curves, try to make it, I don't know, get creative. If I don't like it, I go back to it and I start doing it again. Editing is pretty much getting as creative as you can. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me go back to here real quick. Yeah, so let's see what we can do with this. So usually I like to crop. This is not a good photo to start. I think I'm gonna start with this one. I did pretty much the same thing. So create virtual copy. I usually like to give her a different color. Let's say 7, which is yellow. Let me name this one as well as label it as 7. So 7. And let's see what we can do here. Let me do some cropping. I like to do some different aspect ratios. Let's do one by one. See what we can do. And do something like this, maybe. Close it up. See, it already gives a whole different vibe. So now from here, I can actually do what I actually like to do. And I've been seeing other photographers do it as well. Is I go into FX. I go into the highlight property or priority, and I go up a bit. It just gives that almost like a light leak kind of look in a way. So I like to do that a bit. Something like this, like 37, 30, too much, 25. Let's leave it at 25. You can adjust the midpoint as well if you want. Roundness and feather. Let's feather it up a little bit. Cool. If you guys have any questions at all, let me know in the chat. I like to add grain to it as well. Quite a bit of grain. Let's do like 50%. like 40% roughness, like 40% size as well. Still looks a little bit too clean for my taste. So what I like to do is sometimes I like to raise the shadows a bit or the dark points and make it more like the film look a bit. It looks almost like you skinned it in a way. I'm gonna show a different way that you can do it in Photoshop as well, but this is the way I do it in Lightroom. So I raise the shadows a bit. I drop the highlights a little bit as well, not too much. I feel like whenever you mess with the tone curves, it gets a little bit too saturated. So sometimes I like to desaturate a bit, like something like this. And then I go into the color mixer, and I drop it a little bit as well. It almost feels like you scan the photos, like you print them and then you scan them again. So we're getting somewhere. So this is the before, this is the after. What I like to do as well is go into the tone curves and I go to the blue. I go to the different channels and I like to mess with this a bit. So we can bring this up a little bit on the shadows or the blacks. Mess with it, see how it looks. See, this gives a whole different vibe as well. Let me go to the greens first. I do like to add a little bit of greens to my shadows. This is a look too. I don't know if you guys can notice the difference in like in the video in the live, but on my computer screen here it looks pretty different. So I'm gonna go like something like this. That's what we can do here with the red channel. This gives a whole different look as well. Look at that. Can you guys notice the difference? I think I like a little bit of that. Yep. Just throwing some sauce here and there. I don't know if this is doing much. I might add a little bit more blues in the highlights. Yeah. Add a little bit more blues in the highlights. No, like how it was before. Yeah. So this is before I did all those changes. Now this is the after. It looks a bit better, right? I think so. It's more my style, if you know what I mean. And then I usually go to what is this? The masks. Usually go and I select range and go to luminance. And now here I can select a part of the image. So I usually like to start with the blacks. So I go, usually I go like 25 to 50%. So right here, 25, 50. So you select a little bit of the blacks and you rolls off to the shadows a little bit. You know, it's not just selecting the darks, but kind of rolling off. And then I like to add, sometimes I mess with the curves here. So let's see if I do anything here. It might be a little bit too much. And if I add this back, I don't know if I like that look. I kind of do actually. Not that bad. And then I actually like to add a bit more grain here. So this I have control and where I want to add the grain. So if you look at some film stocks, sometimes when you underexpose some parts of the image, you can actually see the grain on the shadows. So you can actually control the amount of grain you want on the shadows. Cool. Before, after, feel it's more like my style a bit. Yeah, grain. I like grain. I like a lot of grain. It might be a little overkill, so I might do just 10% because I added a lot of grain on the whole image. And then you can do the same thing for the highlights if you guys want to change something in the highlights. But I feel this is good. This is actually really good. Really like this photo. Again, this is the before, well, the before after the edit, if you will. And this is what I did after with the cropping. I think the cropping changes a lot too. It adds to the whole vibe. What do you think? And then I think one last thing I would do is just add a black border to it. And I think it feels a little bit better. So like you add a black border around here, and then you add a white border, like a 4x5 white border, so you can post on Instagram. I feel looks a lot better. And I really like what I did here. So I'm gonna copy, so Command C, do the masking, copy it, and then I'm gonna paste it on this one as well. See, I really like that. Might do something like this. This is actually really good. I don't know. Let me change the cropping to like a 4x5 maybe. Maybe we can highlight something like this. Yeah. Then just place her eye right in that. Let's see how it looks. All right. Nothing crazy, but I like it. I can change the cropping later too. Let's see. Let's see how it looks at the end. Let's edit another one. Oh, we got too many to edit. I don't like this one. Again, this is a makeup. Well, let me do the graded. This is a makeup shoot that we did just to highlight the makeups and stuff like that. I don't like that one either. Let's select one here, maybe one of these. Oh, I like this one a lot. Let me copy the edit. Let me do 2 stars. And let me copy the edit from this one, because I don't want to re-edit these things 1,000 times. Is that your stylized version of the pic? I guess so. What do you think? Should I change anything? Where is it? Yeah, this one. This is the before, after. Some simple edits on Lightroom, and then we can go back to this one. This one is okay. I really like this one. Yeah, this one is good. I love the way it looks. Thank you. I really like it too. All right, let's see if we can go up a little bit. So we'll have space to crop later. And let's put this in Photoshop. Run it anyways. And what I'm gonna do here, I don't know if you guys saw the last live, but I use this frequency separation action, which is a lot faster, a lot quicker. I don't have to create all the frequencies every single time. So all I do is press this. You can actually download it online. If you guys need a link for it, let me know. Just go to my Instagram and DM me, and I can send you the link. So what do I want to do here is just I'm pressing. Oh, you guys are not seeing this. So Gaussian blur. As soon as I press this right here for 16-bit, because these images are massive, I'll go ahead and press around the skin. So her forehead here has a lot of texture. And she has some pimples here and there. So I want to make sure these pimples are not visible anymore. Around 10-ish for these images. Then once I created that, it created a whole folder for me. So I have high frequency and low frequency. So it separates the frequencies. And then I go on the high frequency with the, what's the name? Constant tool. And I just edit my life away. Let me zoom in a bit. So I'll go in here and I copy. Let me make it smaller. I go in here and I start just editing. Literally just like I copy, I press Option on my keyboard, select an area here, and then just paste it there. So before and after, right here, before and after. Really simple, nothing crazy. It's the best way to edit skins, texture. So her nose right here. And this right here as well. See, I don't want to get rid of the lines or the texture on her forehead here. Maybe these lines here I want to get rid of, but not so much because she also has a lot here. And on this side is more emphasized. So I might get rid of some of this stuff here. This, anything that's like distracting is what I do. So, and I don't do a lot at a time because it can look a little bit weird. Yeah, that's the word. It's gonna look a little bit strange. And this is the patience game. Just go around the image and edit your life away. That's it. And I tried copying from different spots too. So I'm not copying the same texture. And then on Photoshop here, I'm gonna do something different with this image. Well, after I finish this, I'll show you. Something that in Photoshop you can actually make it look even more like film, which everybody's trying to do that nowadays. I'm shooting film when I want something to look like film, but you can also, I also add it to look like film. So I'll show you how to do that in Photoshop. It's a new technique that I just found out about. See, this right here, I don't want to get rid of. Maybe this one I could, just to see how it looks. It might look a little bit more flattering in a way. And then I come here, I press B for the mixing brush, and then I bring it down so it gets rid of that shadow. So before, after. I don't know if I like that. Let me see how it looks in the whole image. Yeah, people are not going to notice because it's dark on this side too. So if it's dark right here, people are not going to notice. So I'm going to leave it. I love it. I don't love it, but I don't dislike it. To perfectionist sometimes. Oh. Wrong layer. The fuck? Oh. I had the layer off. There we go. And this is what I need to edit out of the image because for some reason something happened with her eyebrows. Damn, dude. Allergies are kicking my butt this year. Damn. Just trying to get rid of all these different, what do you call that? Texturized something. I don't know. It's crazy how I'm missing the light in her eye here. It's supposed to have, supposed to see the light under her eyes here. But I guess the way she was positioned, I don't know. See how these two look the same? I don't like when it looks like that. So I copy from another spot. And eyebrows don't have to look perfect either. So yeah, always zoom in and out just to check how it looks. So see this right here, if you look at the whole image, you can't barely notice anything. So like before and after, like you can barely notice anything on the eyebrows. So I usually like to zoom in just a bit and I see some like small spots here that I can get rid of, that I'll just have like the peace of mind. Make it a little bit bigger. Like this right here. And yeah, that's it. No, let's do the other one. This side is a little bit easier. So I think sometimes. I think I might move the mic to right here. Maybe. Let me know how he sounds. If he sounds better, I don't know. Okay. 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 Next little stuff like this here. Zoom out. See how it looks. Pretty clean. I might just clean this up a bit here. A little bit more. What else should I? Oh, maybe this hair here. Just copy this. Just get rid of this. This thing here. It's tough when it gets to the edges, especially when it's very out of focus like this, and you're editing just a piece of hair. And sometimes you can, like, if you do this, it looks a bit strange here. So just gotta be careful. And make sure you copy from the same focal plane. Because if not, it's gonna look a little bit messy. See? Yeah, I don't want to deal with that since it's very autofocus. Uh, this whole thing I might have to edit out. It looks a bit messy. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool how frequency separation works. I don't even know. I used to know because I used to edit a lot more in Photoshop, but now I try to avoid editing on Photoshop as much. Unless I have to do like very detailed um, skin treatment like this. Because uh, whenever you do the AI remove tool, the pixels look very different. Sometimes you can notice them, especially on the skin, and especially you have to do like remove a lot of it. Sometimes it works. I use it all the time, especially for something that's not serious. So see, there's like this looks like this and this as well. So I just try to remove it from different parts. Copy one side and paste on a different side. You know what I mean. Let me go ahead and edit this real quick so we can jump into the fun stuff. Cool. I think whoever does professional editing, like they are lifesavers, honestly. I think I'm gonna edit real estate today a little bit as well. I'm just gonna finish this photo here and I'm gonna jump up to the stuff that gets me paid the most because I have to deliver those photos ASAP. Also this right here, for some reason doesn't look as static. So we just bring this up a bit. Oh. See how it looks. Yep, cool. Fit, do we have to, there's a little pimple right here. Are we gonna get rid of, yep, right there. Some hair here too. Just noticed that. Do this. Cool. Again, it doesn't take that much, but whenever you're editing like 20 photos, 30 photos, it can take a bit. Especially if you're someone like me. You can spend like hours on a photo. Yeah. Cool. Oh, wrong tool, bro. What? Wrong layer, actually. Right. Maybe this. Up this up a bit. Those are like normal pimples. Nothing crazy here. Let me see this. Let's zoom out a bit. Again, I'm not getting rid of this. This is her skin texture. So I don't want to get rid of any skin texture because that's actually the reason why we chose this model, because of skin textures and show how well the makeup artist um, can do her job pretty much. And she's really good. Very natural. Doesn't look overdone. And honestly, I'm trying to do the same thing. I'm not trying to overdo this thing. Yeah, before, after. And then I do have some things that I changed here. I can go over it. Let me just copy this and paste on this one. Does it look the same? Kinda. I feel like her skin is a little more saturated on this. It's okay. And then we just save it. Go back to Lightroom. It's gonna appear here. So this is when you see TIFF file. That's because you saved it from Photoshop back in Lightroom. So this is the file that we started with, and then some Lightroom edits, and then we did all the Photoshop stuff. And then this is back to Lightroom. What I'm gonna do, go to color mixer, just tone down the saturation a bit on her skin. Not a lot. Something like that. See, saturated, a little less. And what I'm gonna do is create a virtual copy. Oh, I actually like to label it as red and create a virtual copy. And then this one, I do yellow. And I'm actually gonna do different this time because I wanna try this new editing trick that I learned a few days ago. So go back to Adobe Photoshop. This is the virtual copy. So edit, go back to Adobe, copy, edit copy with Lightroom adjustments, edit, open anyways. And then this, did we go back to the same thing? We did. Edit, Photoshop. Let's do edit copy of the original files. Never had this happening to me. So let's do that. Let me go back to Photoshop. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna create a new layer. I'm gonna press Command Shift E to the fuck. What is it? Is it Command Shift E or is it Option? It has to be Command Shift E. J. Well, anyways, I just wanted to create a new layer. And then I go to the blending mode or whatever you call this, and I do, is it exclusion? I forgot if it's exclusion. I think it is exclusion. Exclusion, and then I drop this down to like 10, like 20, 10. And this gives you like a soft look to it. Like pretty much like the highlights a little bit more. Like when you take the tone curve on the highlight section and tone it down a little bit. Pretty much that's the look I'm going for. I'm probably gonna do like 10%. Just a tad. Yeah. And then you can actually go ahead and duplicate this. I forgot how to duplicate this thing. Oh, is it? Yeah. And then now I'm gonna go back to normal. No. How was it that I did it, man? I did this once. I forgot. Trying to figure it out. If I copy this. Oh, yeah, that's not it. So I go here to layer and I go to my filters. You guys are not going to be able to see it because it's on this side here. So I go to filters and I choose Gaussian blur. The fuck? Where is it? Where is it? Gaussian blur. And then I do like 10%. That didn't change anything, did it? I don't know. I'm trying to remember how I did that. Do I just literally Command J this? Huh, I forgot how I did it. Try to remember. Sometimes you just go mess around with something and it works and you just don't remember what you did. That happens to me all the time. Oh, it's because this layer is exclusion. So if I go back to normal, will it work? Yes, it does. So I'm gonna do this again. So Command J to copy, and then you go down to exclusion, drop it down to like 10%, and then Command J this thing again, go back to normal. Cool. Yeah, I think this is gonna work. And then you go to filter, and then you do Gaussian blur. Why is it not working? Oh, it's because it's 10%. So if you do 100%, that's how you know it's a Gaussian blur. Yeah. So exclusion layer, and then this one is Gaussian blur layer. And then I go back, I select 10%, and this creates a soft look right off the bat. So without this, you guys can't really see. Let me do that. 20% maybe. So it creates that, like almost like you used, what do you call that? Uh, it's almost like you used a bloom filter or a, what is that, Tiffin? Black Pearl Mist filter. So it creates a little bit of that look to it. And another thing you can do, just go back here and then go to filter again. This, go back to, no, let me copy this. Again, go back to normal. Let's do, you can actually create this like a couple hundred times. Actually, no. Let me delete this. And then we go to filter. Where is it? Camera raw filter. Which is in here. My mouse is starting to skip. What the hell? Effects. And then hold up. But if I do this on this layer, it's actually gonna get toned out, toned down by. No, this is not gonna work. Hold on. I forgot how I did it, man. I remembered the steps, but I forgot the layers. Oh, let me see if I copy this one and do filter, camera raw, and then so light, color. Oh, vignetting, you can go to vignetting here and start adding that back into it. Like 12%. You can add some grain as well. Let me make this bigger. So we can add some grain. Be adding feather. Let's feather it up. Roundness, midpoint, something like that. And then go to grain, size it up. I like a big grain, so a big size and roughness about the same. Let's do 50%. And what else was I gonna do here? Yeah, saturation. Where is it? Saturation, go down a bit, like 10%. And mixing color, I also go down. I like to see all of them. Also go down and saturation here to make it look almost like you skinned it. And sometimes what I like to do too is go to the color grading tab, and I usually go to the shadows, and I go hue. I usually do like 90, which is like green almost. Oop, not that much. And I add a little bit of greens to the shadows. Or if you want, you can also add a little bit of this right here. What would this be? Around 300 or so. Or even blues. I think the blues is gonna look nice on here, but can go a little bit more neutral if I want to. Like let's do like 150. A little bit of green, a little bit of blue, maybe 160. That looks different. It doesn't look. It looks like you scanned the image. That's the look I'm going for. Let's see what else we can do here. Let's do like 5%. And then calibration, sometimes you can actually add, so you see the shadows here. Oh, version 1. Oh, never mind. Version 6. Sometimes you can mess with this a bit and change the whole mood. I like that. 10%. And that's pretty much it. That's how you can get it the look done in Photoshop. And if you want even a softer look, or just duplicate this layer. And it's gonna start adding like softness to it. Almost like you scanned it. And you use like a vintage lens or like a Tiffin, what do you call that? Tiffin filter? Black Pro Mist, yeah. Actually, you're gonna do something like that. We'll do 10% on this one. Yeah, so this one is 10, this is 20, this one is 20. And this is all the layers. So I can actually rename this. I'm gonna do camera raw filter. This one exclusion, and this blur. And blur copy. I usually, excuse me, I usually don't name them, but hey, it is what it is. It looks actually really sharp on my end here. So what I can do actually is go to my, where is it? Curves. And I can add some of that look back into it again. So this, like that. And then if you want it to look darker, you can do this. But I think I want it to look more like that, like you actually scan the image a bit, yeah. Oop. So that's how it looks. I think on the live, it looks a lot more faded. Go down a little bit. Yeah, something like that. Let me see. The only thing I don't like about this picture is that her eyes are very dark. Pretty dark. So, yeah. But if you zoom in a bit, you're going to see like this almost looks like film in a way. This looks like, you see, like it has like the texture and the grain of film in a way. And if I turn off all the layers, that's the before and the after. Yeah, like that. Let's save it, go back. So this is how it looks after Photoshop. And this is how it looks after Photoshop with the way I want it to look. Pretty different, not gonna lie. Tone down the freaking skin tone on this one. Nice. Cool. This is, yep. Yep. I actually like this a lot. This editing style is something that you don't see that much. Well, people are trying to imitate this in a way. Gets her eyes like that. Maybe a 4x5 might look better. Oh, 4x5. I don't know, playing around with this a bit. Loki looks good. Not bad. I think I like this. 4x5? No, original. Bruh. 4x5. I think I like this. Let me see if I can do anything with her eyes. People, eyes. Let me see if I can do anything here. Should I bring up the exposure a bit? That looks like crap. Yep, I'm gonna leave that. So let's compare this one to this edit that I did. This with this. Oh, no. Get this with this. Like, I feel like the image on the right looks a lot more like you scan the image, almost like a Fujitsu type of scan. When the film lab scans your edits, that's kind of how it looks like in a ways. In a way, a bit. Because I have this image of Matthew. Let me pull up on my Instagram. Instagram.com/photojams. I have this image of Matthew on my Instagram. Where is it? This one? This one. It almost, where I'm gonna position this. Like, oh man, this is hard for the. I don't have the image here, so this is gonna have to do it. So if you guys can see, how the heck, like that. Uh, like this right here, not this, but the blacks, the highlights. Obviously, Matthew's skin looks a little bit more natural, but that's his skin like tone. I can try to match that, but that's not what I'm trying to do. So it kind of looks like, no way. So like the bloom on the highlights, the blacks are very dark. Man, Arlies are kicking my ass. Yeah, so let's go back to this one. Excuse me. Let's try to do, where is it? Effects, positive, again. That's good. I feel like this is my style. So the image, yeah, this is what I'm gonna deliver to my client, and this is what I'm gonna post to my IG. Completely different. If she wants this too, she can post it, but I don't think it's her vibe at all. It's not what she wants. Let me see if I can do something about her skin tone. Yeah. Cool. I feel like they feel a little bit more alive. Or not. I don't know. Honestly, I like it more my style. If you, yeah, I like it. This one is gonna be fun to edit too. I'm not gonna edit right now, but this one is gonna be fun. Oh, this is gonna be nice. Damn, I feel like I want to edit this one right now. Should I? Probably should. Let's edit, guys. We don't have much to do tonight. Let's edit that one. I'm like actually excited for this one. I think I'm gonna try to do the same thing as I did with this edit. I really like this composition. Really like this composition. So cool. Let's edit this. Let's edit this in Photoshop. All right, cool. This, let's see. I usually like to do around 10-ish. So cool. All right. This isn't that bad. I feel like I have a serious face whenever I'm editing. I don't know why. It's like my focused in the zone face. Forgot to say face. I'm focused. Can't even speak. Cool. Let me see. Her eyebrows are good. There's something here in her eye. It's kind of bothering me a bit. Try to get rid of this. No. Yeah, I like it with it. Trying to leave it as natural as possible. I don't want to do anything too much. Her necklines I also don't want to get rid of. Like I said, this is like a makeup shoot, so leaving it as natural as possible. With the age lines, that's something that high fashion uh, magazines are actually looking for because people age, so it's normal. You still have to advertise to people like that, and some of these people they like relate. They really relate whenever they see this. Like, oh, I'm also like this, you know. So magazines are trying to relate with other people and their customers. Oop. Yeah, no, this is good. Awesome. Let me save it. Back to Lightroom 6. So before, after. Now I'm gonna create. How does it look compared to? Where is it? To this one here. Yeah, skin tones look really good on this one. And where is it? This one. Nope. I think let's do this. I think if I edit something like this, it's gonna look really cool. What do you guys think? I think it's gonna look cool. I don't know. Um, just create a virtual copy. Now I unedit this in Photoshop. I'll put this as base layer. And I'm gonna copy and create the exclusion. Where is it? Exclusion. Let's do 10%. How about 20%? Too much? Maybe. Let's do 15. Yep. Let's command J this. What if I do the Gaussian blur on the underlayer? Blur, Gaussian blur, 10%. Yeah, I like that. Let's do 10%. No, nothing. 20%. Okay. I like that. And then let's duplicate this and do 10%. Let's create a group. Oh. Let's create a folder and call it blur. I could actually do 20% here as well, and then go to this whole layer and do like 50%. Same thing with the extra steps, pretty much. Yeah, let's leave it at that. And this is exclusion. And then I'm gonna go and copy the base layer. I'm gonna do on the filter. Where is it? Camera raw. And you know what I could do? No, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let's do effects. Let's do some vignetting. It's 1%. Bring up the feather a bit. 75%. The roundness. Let's do temp a little bit less. Let's do like 15%. Cool. Let's bring down the saturation on the skin a bit. Actually, no. Let's do saturation on the whole image. Where is it? Color, saturation, minus 10%. Cool. And then curves. No. I'll do the curves on a different layer. Then color grading, shadows. Oi! Um, I don't remember what I did. Was it like 160, 150? Dude, allergies are killing my butt. Was it that? I don't remember. I honestly don't remember. Let's do 10%. Details, color grading, effects. Oh yeah, grain. Let's do 50% grain, 40%, 40%. Yeah, I like that. I don't know about the coloration though. It feels like a little bit saturated. So maybe like 5%. Let's do 10% minus 7%. I think that's it for this. Okay, let's see. Not bad. I feel like the blur is a little bit too much. Let's do 80%. Oh, 80. Does it look the same? Yeah, I would say so. Would it look better without the blur? Pretty similar. I actually like it. Cool. Let's save that. Okay. Let's copy. What did I do in this one? I forgot. Where is it? I just took off some saturation and reframed it. So let's do this and this. Let's edit this. Oh, the other way around. Reference. Pretty close, honestly. This is actually really good. I really like this. I really like this right here. Should we add more green? No, right? Dude, this is my style. This is like my cup of tea. Phenomenal. Oh, I actually forgot to add this. Yeah, the curves. I'm gonna copy it. I like it. Yeah, dude. I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I like it a lot, man. Yep. Yeah. This is the red one, and this is, yeah, the yellow one. Okay. I like this a lot. Let me go back to, I'm gonna select this one. Export these to my phone. Is it this one? There's this one too. I actually really like this edit too, man. I feel like the skins are a little bit saturated still. I'm so fucking cute, bitch. I have this song in my head for some reason. Um, this. Actually, let me do something with this one. This, layers, this, luminance, and then 7550. Then clarity, not too much, just a tiny bit. This is like the easy way to make it look like film. I used to do this back in like 2020. Nobody knew about this stuff. Well, they probably knew, but just like from editing a lot, I found out about the clarity. If you go backwards, it kind of looks like a Black Promise. And at the time, I think Black Promise is still very expensive, but now you have different companies doing it a lot cheaper. So yeah, bro. Yeah, this is my cup of tea, bro. I like this a lot. Yeah, and then if you zoom in a bit, I like to, what you can do as well is just press that and drop it a little, or make it brighter a little bit, and then come back to the clarity and kind of go down a little bit more, so it gives that dreamy look but still have sharpness to it. So if you go on this point here, if you go down, it's gonna drop the highlights a bit. And if you go to the right, it's gonna make it a little bit sharper. So it's gonna increase the highlights. So it's creating contrast at the same time creating sharpness. But you know what I mean. So I like this probably around 240 here. So if I turn off this layer, turn back on, it's like subtle, but it's there, which I like a lot. I really like these photos. I think I like these better than Luisa's. Not gonna lie, because this edit might be a little bit better. I might go back to Luisa's and edit the same way again. I only did one photo the other day. No, edit. I think I edited more, didn't I? Oh well. Let's go to ones. Well, I guess I didn't. Anyways, let me export these. And I think I'll finish off the live right now on this photos, create a export folder, exports, choose, and then I'll leave it at that. 100%, GRP3, okay, export. And then I'm gonna airdrop it to my phone. Me. Let me turn off night shift. Cool. Cool. I feel like on my computer is a little bit more saturated than on my phone. Yeah, because the colors on my computer are freaking beautiful. But I still like them. It's just a little bit. Well, I gotta see it tomorrow because tomorrow it might be a little bit better than today. Your eyes gotta like focus a bit, not focus, but rest a bit, and then tomorrow you look at it again, like, okay, I kind of like this. So I might go back to this editing again tomorrow and increase the saturation again. Yeah, it looks different, but not a lot. It's just a saturation thing. Wait, am I in the correct display? I am, yes. Am I? Yes, it is. Okay. All right. And I'll finish off the live right now. So if you guys ever um I'm gonna try to do this more often. I really like to edit live and it makes me focus as well. So sometimes I'm just like editing and then somebody texts me text oh, I can't speak today. Allergies gonna keep me in my butt. So yeah, it makes me focus a lot more. I'm not like grabbing my phone and stuff like that. So I can get work done. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for stopping by. Bye.